5 months have passed since we began work on our mammoth kitchen renovation. Like always, it takes longer than planned, but it's an organic process. We are a little picky and we're figuring out details as we go.
The kitchen is advancing and it has been a lot of planning and preparation and research, trying to find the right materials. One thing that I was not 100% satisfied with was the tiles for the kitchen. I've been doing a lot of research and I had been very inspired by the little piece, the fragment of tile that we found when we excavated the floor. I just loved that feeling of something that was hand painted and aged. And so I had this idea that perhaps I could even try to make my own tiles, which sounds ridiculous when we are very far behind on our deadline to finish the kitchen. But hey, I want to make it as unique and special as possible. After a bit of researching, I found a ceramist in a neighbouring town called Chateau. He has a small workshop where he makes and sells beautiful handcrafted ceramics, and he also gives lessons to people like me who want to learn the art of pottery. I presented him with a slightly unusual project of handmade tiles to put behind our range cooker. Thankfully, he accepted the challenge to guide me through the process.
Avec le même bleu, tu fais plus foncé, plus clair.
Ah oui.
C'est tout.
Alors, est-ce que celle-là...
Ça, c'est le même bleu. Hein.
C'est un peu la même chose.
C'est que si tu fais plus foncé, moins foncé, tu peux faire à peu près ça. Hein?
Oui, c'est ce que je voulais.
Très clair. Après, il faut avoir la main pour le côté liquide, mais c'est comme l'aquarelle. L'aquarelle, on mettrait...
Ah oui, on peut ajouter plus ou moins. Ça fait longtemps que je n'ai pas fait l'aquarelle, mais je vais pratiquer un peu. Voilà, ça c'est David. Vous venez d'Espagne, c'est ça?
C'est ça, il est espagnol.
Et vous êtes céramiste. Je suis super contente d'être ici et de travailler avec toi.
Oui, c'est un joli projet. Et c'est le fait que tu puisses faire toi-même la décoration sur les carreaux, c'est bien.
The first step is to prepare the enamel glazing of the tiles. It's a powdered glass that you mix with water and then filter. You need to wear a mask to avoid breathing in the particles. Before applying the enamel, the raw tiles need to be cleaned. I could have made the raw tiles myself, but that's a whole other complicated process and it would have slowed me down even more. So I chose to work with raw tiles ready-made from Spain. Now it's my turn, 220 tiles to glaze. The glazing dries incredibly fast and it's important to remove the excess enamel from the back of the tiles. Then again, a clean and placing them on the rack called a gazette. I came up with a design inspired by 17th century Delft tiles from the Netherlands, which I love for the stylized floral motifs. I hope it will give our range cooker splashback a personal and unexpected touch, and that it will feel like it has been here forever. Once I worked out my design, David showed me a technique to transfer it onto the tiles, making holes in my artwork and then using a fine charcoal ash. Vous faites vos propres charbons, c'est ça? C'est une bonne idée.
Oui, parce que le bambou, il donne un bon charbon. Comme des corps anciens.
Ah, c'est bien. Ça, c'est parfait. To decorate my tiles, I chose to use cobalt, a blue glazing compound used throughout centuries to obtain shades of blue.
Alors, là, c'est pour doser la quantité d'eau. Comme ça, tu vas faire une partie qui va être plus claire et un petit peu plus épaisse. Hein.
C'est marrant parce que ça fait violet, mais ça doit être cobalt, ça doit être...
Ah, c'est très foncé après. Ouais.
Ouais. After a while, I realised I didn't actually need the stencil, and I preferred the look and feel of working freehand. So I had the idea for the last tile that I'm making. I've made 152 painted tiles, and I think it would be nice to maybe put the date and my initials. So I'm just gonna put the date up here. So let's see how I'm gonna do this. 20, need a bit more water maybe. Twenty. 2. I have to get it right. And then here. Voila.
Good.
Finished.
Bravo.
I just heard a car arriving. It's Anna. She's back from the tile making place, and I'm a little bit nervous because she made 220 tiles. It took her weeks, and up to now, up to a couple of days ago, she was never able to test, fire them and see how they react, because you don't know how the color would react, how the glazing would react. So either everything is fine, or maybe we don't like them. Maybe the color turns out pink or red. But here she is with the tiles, and she's smiling at me.
Hello.
Hello. And?
Down, Ziggy.
And?
I'm very happy.
I see you're smiling.
Yeah, you want to have a look?
Of course I want. Oh, wow, Anna. This blue is fantastic. So is it the color you wanted?
It is. It's like a cobalt blue, and you'll see that some of them are slightly lighter, some of them are darker, but that's what I really love. Each one is completely different. Some have got a little bit smudges.
They are so beautiful, and it's funny how much they changed. It's not at all the light blue that I've seen on pictures. They're really dark, and I actually like the ones we found.
Yeah.
Do you still have the sample?
Yeah, let me go and have a look. See, it's a lot darker behind, but it's also because it's probably 200 years old, so...
Yeah, but it's not unsimilar, the blue. It's a bit more...
It's a little bit brighter, maybe.
It's a bit brighter, it has a bit more black in it. Oh, it's so nice.
This one, have you?
Yeah, it's more this is quite similar to that one. Yeah.
And have you
Beautiful.
seen this one? I dated
Ah,
2020
yeah.
and my initials. I'm actually quite surprised how they turned out.
So am I. Well, not that I didn't think you would be able to make some wonderful tiles, but it was a risk, wasn't it?
It was an experiment, definitely.
Do we have enough?
I hope so. Well, actually, you calculated. You told me from your measurements that we needed 152 blue painted tiles.
And
I think you said 42 plain white tiles. Because we're going for, I've done some plain white ones that are going to go around the edge like this.
okay. And if you don't have enough?
Well, then I have to go back and make some more. But this already took me like 3 weeks, so I hope I don't have to go back, Philip. And I'm also hoping whoever puts them on the wall doesn't break any, because I don't have one spare.
That's why we decided not to do it ourselves, isn't it? So beautiful.
I'm hoping from afar it will just look like a kind of texture.
I can't wait to see them installed.
Me too, but that's going to be another story. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. For exclusive videos and behind the scenes updates, have a look at our Patreon page. Thank you so much for watching.